slightly, in the sense that when you get asked to do one of these things, you never really know what it's going to be like. And so all you really have is like a time and a place. And I thought, well, it's Friday night and it's East London. So everyone else has covered like really serious topics about creativity and love and social justice and all the rest of it. And I've just written some dirty stories about dating. So this, yeah, okay, all right, fine. Look, and the first one's really out there. But the thing is, I'm just really fascinated by dating because I'm happily single, very, very happily single. But it's just this idea that it's so easy, and you've always got a friend who's really evangelical about online dating. So if you ever say you're doing it, they're like, yeah, because I know someone who met a person and got married. And it's like, yeah, I know you did, but I know loads of people who went on loads of really shit dates, and I've been on them. So anyway, I've got a story that's really out there, and then I've got a series of like, I don't know, awkward date stories, should we call them? So do you want the story that's really out there first?
Yeah.
Okay, last time I told it, I've only told it once before, and it went down well, so let's hope it does again. If it's not, I'm just going to have to apologise and leave the stage. Okay, come on, let's get on with it. Right, my friend Meg is online dating. We went to the pub last night for a few glasses of wine, and she told me about a recent first date. They'd met for drinks, and things had gone very well, so she went back to his house, and they did the deed. In the morning, he had to go to work early, so he told her to help herself to whatever she wanted in the kitchen and let herself out, and then he went off. She then proceeded to do a massive poo that wouldn't flush. Not wanting to leave it there, she got a Tesco carrier bag, pulled it out, tied the handles in a knot in order to throw it away. I did tell you it was out there. Right. She then sat at the kitchen table, wrote her number on a notepad, drew a little heart round it, gathered up her stuff and left. Just as the front door slammed shut behind her, she realised that she'd left the bag of shit on the kitchen table, right next to her number. Okay, sorry. I am sorry, I didn't think it was going to be that bad. Okay, right, that is the worst part out of the way, so this is now just a series of slightly awkward dating stories. I really hope that story's true, I don't know if it is or not. Sorry? I hope so. I don't know actually, do I? I don't know. Okay. On my first online date, I make a number of early decisions. I'm 6 months single and it's been a while since I've dated. Within 5 minutes, I've decided that he's not for me, but also that I'll just go with it. He's got a greasy ponytail and sallow, flaky skin, and just seems grateful to be out of his flat. Oh, I'm getting some signs of recognition. That's really nice. This is like therapy. I love it. He talks about his job in academia, where he does research on a cure for diabetes. This news should probably make me think he's a good guy, but it has no such effect, because he talks about it like it was a mandatory decision made by someone else, rather than through his passion to make the world a better place. We get some food from the bar, and as soon as it arrives, he starts to tell me about his parents' divorce and how much he hates Christmas. And I feel lonely and trapped because we're eating, so I just listen, mop up ketchup with chips until I can legitimately say goodbye. What I love about that is the legitimately. Like, I could say goodbye at any point. I'm an adult woman, but I feel like I've got to sit there and listen to him talk about his divorce. Anyway, date number 2. I met David in the bar of an independent cinema. We talked a fair bit online, and he said he was a big reader. Good start. But when I asked him what writers he liked, he said David Foster Wallace and Thomas Pynchon, and I had nothing to say to that, though I can't say if that's the reason he seemed reluctant to meet up. I thought I could remember his photo, but when I looked around the lobby, I realised there were a lot of people that could have been him. Salt and pepper hair, nondescript, postmodern t-shirt. Anyway, he comes in, we say an awkward hello. We talked a lot about books. When he got a round of drinks, he bought me a wine. He bought me a wine and himself a Coke. But I only realised this a couple of drinks too late, so I ended up way more drunk than him. When I think about it now, I guess I did talk a lot. Not about myself particularly, but maybe I was just too nervous, too loud, and too aware of his complete indifference. We finished the night at Waterloo Station with an awkward sort of handshake. I'll never forget this as long as I live, right? He sort of went to wave, but then I like grabbed his hand and just sort of jiggled it and then walked away. It was awful. Anyway, I messaged him the next day, but I didn't hear back.